Well, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone and wish you a happy Hanukkah. Thank you for joining us. This is the second occasion, my second occasion as Speaker of the House, where I'll be able to gather with you for this celebration of light. Last year was the first time in history, you may remember, that we ever had an official menorah lighting here in the Capitol. But this year we get to do it with my own personal menorah. It's one that Rabbi Shem Tov and with the assistance of my colleague Leader Jeffries presented to me a couple of months ago. It's actually made of shrapnel of rockets that were shot down by the IDF and then smelted together by an Israeli artisan. It's really one of a kind. I'm very grateful for that symbolic gift, not only because it's my first menorah, but because when you look at it, you're reminded of the true meaning of Hanukkah, that in the face of darkness, light burst forth, and in the presence of fear, miracles emerge. And in moments of despair, hope springs eternal. And the more time I've spent with America's rabbis and our Jewish brothers and sisters around the country over the last year, the more hopeful that I become for the future. We all know that 2024 was a very difficult year for Jewish Americans, and on college campuses and, of course, in the land of Israel itself. Yet in the face of vitriol and war, the Jewish people have shown unshakable strength and optimism and resilience. It's been very inspiring. And that's because we believe the light of truth always overcomes the darkness of terror. As Prime Minister Netanyahu reminds us often, the battle for Israel's existence is truly a battle between light and darkness. It's a battle between civilization versus barbarism, good versus evil. So as we ceremonially light the first of these 8 candles, we recall the power of light within each of us. And we hold on to faith that God has not forgotten his people. As we remember the Almighty's work in the lives of figures like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Joseph, and Moses, through the time of the Maccabees, the Second Temple, and up until this very day, we can rejoice in the hope of victory and repeat the words of David in the 30th Psalm. I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. I'm happy to yield the podium now to Leader Chuck Schumer.
Thank you, Speaker, and Chag Sameach.